It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1803, recorded Thursday, October 29th, 2020. Get along, little doggie. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, Dickie D has 2 gadgets to keep you warm through the winter. I have the last of my spooky Halloween gadgets, and we have a rather weird gadget from you guys in the viewer video. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the creator of the Gadget Witch's Brew, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and you, sir?
Doing good myself. Doing very good.
You know, you have a better memory than me. Is it Ivan who did our new opening?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Well,
I'm saying no because I can't remember.
Every time I see it, I go, God, that is so cleaned up. After 14 years.
Yes, of the old one.
Giz Wiz.
I love my crappy corner theme still. It's
great.
So nice. It's also
great.
got like weirdly nice not to have to do the same jaunt off screen that I've done, for years, and then act like I'm like getting something. That's also kind of nice too.
That's great. Anyway, hopefully email us again, or if you're in the chat room, say it's me. It's me. If you're really the person.
We have horrible memories, both of us.
We do. Anyway, everybody in the chat was complaining about terrible weather. It's 48 in the city and raining. Going to be 32 tomorrow night.
It's been horrible weather over here. It's been raining and raining. Fall is supposed to be the time that you plant, right? Plants. and so I went out and got some bushes for my backyard. I kind of wanted to create a privacy screen. It's going to take a few years for it to grow, but they mentioned as I was planting them, these plants, there's a holly bush, you want to keep them a little bit dry. You don't want to just soak them and their roots might just get super watered down. And so the first 3 days after I planted them, I was watering them every day, and I was like, okay, then I'm going to stop. And then the rains hit, and it has rained for like 4 days straight. I'm like, oh my gosh, these poor plants. I'm drowning these plants. I mean, the world is drowning these plants.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't prepared for the weather.
No, Planted reminded me years ago, I don't know, 25 years ago, before Dennis had the upstairs apartment, a lady lived up there, was always staring out the window to see what I was doing in the backyard. And I was going to plant some plants, and I'm thinking, she's going to always be saying, they're dying, they're there. So I decided to buy all artificial plants, but plant them.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
I was out there digging, and when I was sure she wasn't at the window, I'd stick something in the ground and put dirt on, and then later on I watered them. And then about this time of the year, November, you have an amazing green thumb because it's getting so cold out, and those plants are
They
just
look
thriving.
just as good as the day you planted them.
Yes, it was almost as good as the day you took the price tags off them.
Oh, that is
anyway.
funny.
So I have a green plastic thumb.
That's pretty good. Yeah. So let me think. Anything else? Nothing. Right.
Boy, Dennis and I and Captain Ed got for a ride up to Hudson yesterday to see the trees. It was very funny because the trees were just still all green. And as we came back, we looked to the New York side and we said, oh, look in Riverside Park. It's beautiful. They're changing. So it turned out that we were looking in the wrong direction going up the river because for some reason the city changed before the Palisades. And then I just had a Zoom thing from Target. Boy, Target is capturing a lot of the toy market. They were showing like 13 or 15 all new Star Wars things, and that are all exclusive to Target.
Target has really been pushing the exclusive stuff with those little Target exclusive stickers on all this stuff. And
yeah, and they have 15 new toys from FOA Schwarz, which was this world famous toy store that was in I think the movie was Big.
Yes.
With Tom Hanks dancing on the piano, and I think you can buy a huge put on the floor dance on piano keyboard. Anyway, so it was nothing really thrilling.
Cool.
Should we just start?
Yeah, I guess let's jump in.
Okay. Oh, well, this is interesting. So I'm going to do a gadget from Pepcom. But this was at Pepcom, and I watched the entire video and couldn't figure out what the product was. And then I watched it again, and I said, oh, well, watch it. It's a minute.
Okay.
And tell me the second you know what they're selling.
Okay.
Because there's no branding. Go.
Okay. Essential oils.
That was my thought. I'm thinking atomizer.
I think I know what it is.
LED crowns, lava lamps, vaping.
Yeah, it's a vape. It's like a pipe, I guess.
Yes, exactly. But they never ever. It wasn't until.
It's like there's a joke online that sometimes if you're unattractive, you shoot your angles, right? So if you're not a very attractive person, you make sure to get just the right angle where you look attractive. You might raise the camera way up in the air, or you do something where it kind of obscures you just a bit, but you look really good in your angles. And that's what I think of this ad, is that you never actually see the full product in good lighting. No. It's just they've got the angles of the product to make it look good.
And the waves and then finally I said, and then they ended with a thing that I could not find on the Pepcom list. And then I, at the very top of the screen, I said, oh, I missed this company. It's called, and it gives it away, it's called Puffcom. So I guess it is a vapor. There you go. There's a giveaway.
Yeah.
But anyway, something we won't be doing on the show.
You don't want to test it out, Dickie D? I don't get it. I don't know. No. Yeah. Even at the very end. Whoops! I made this full screen. It says Peak Pro. That's
I don't. And I was looking for Peak Pro, and I'm thinking, what is Peak Pro?
Peak Pro. Yeah, that's some.
Yeah.
In your marketing material, you gotta say what the gadget is.
Maybe insert. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Anything can be a bong if you're brave enough. All right. Well then. So there was a gadget that went on Kickstarter yesterday, doing very well. The CEO that I saw at Pepcom, a virtual Pepcom, said that they reached their goal in 1 hour. So, but I think it's clever, and this is it. We're going to run their Kickstarter video.
Water. For thousands of years, humans have harnessed the power of water. Now, we've taken hydropower and turned it up to 11. We're Ampere, and this is Shower Power, the hydropower shower speaker. Shower Power is a waterproof Bluetooth speaker that installs easily onto your existing shower head. It's powered by the water from your shower, so you'll never be without your favorite music, podcasts, and audiobooks. To us, using hydropower for a shower speaker just made sense. I mean, you're in the shower already, you might as well put that water to good use. Our hydropower system works like a water wheel in a dam. Before the flow from your shower reaches the shower head, it rotates an internal impeller, which is connected to a mini generator that charges a battery. The moment the water starts to flow, shower power starts to charge. And even when the shower is off, the internal battery allows for up to 10 hours of speaker use. In addition to being powered by renewable energy, the plastic components in shower power are made from 100% recycled ocean plastic, with more than 15 bottles in every speaker. Just because we designed shower power to be eco-friendly doesn't mean it's lacking in tech. For whatever you like to rock out to, shower power delivers big, immersive sound in your bathroom. Our own Soundwave diffuser delivers 360-degree sound, so you will always have great multi-directional sound no matter your shower type.
For those who want a little extra sound, we've designed a mini waterproof speaker that pairs with shower power called the Giraffe.
We had the idea for shower power over 2 years ago and have been working towards this Kickstarter ever since. During that time, we have launched 3 Kickstarters and our community has grown to over 10,000 backers. With your help, we're excited to finally make shower power a reality. So, if you want to amp up your shower game, please back our campaign and share it with your friends. Thanks.
We saw another Ampere product.
Yes, last week. Yes,
yeah.
the cell, the accordion that would take away the
cleaned
germs,
your phone and also
charge it at the same time and hold it for you. It's $49 now on Kickstarter, which seems reasonable. If your shower head is not easy to get to, it comes with a little remote control, which I think is clever.
Interesting.
And then if you want music all through your bathroom, they make an optional little speaker called Droplet that is also Bluetooth, so that you can have a lot of music or podcasts or whatever you want in your bathroom.
Surround sound, I guess.
Yes, right. Yeah. I like the idea that every one of them is like 15, I forgot what he said, it was 15 or 25 plastic bottles that are recycled into this. That's good.
Yeah, I think this is cool. I like this a lot because I have this exact issue is I like to listen to podcasts and audiobooks and stuff right in the morning as I'm getting ready. And most of the time I'm playing it directly off my phone because now my phone is waterproof enough that I can kind of take it into the shower with me. But it's not great, and I prefer not to. So a lot of times I'll play it and set it on the counter, and hopefully it's loud enough. And I do have a Bluetooth speaker, and I can kind of set it in an area where it works. But that Bluetooth speaker has that exact issue of running out of batteries, and it's not really made to be in a shower. And so this is great. The thing is, I don't know if I would really want to extend my shower, because I assume that it extends, like that's the shower head used to be up there and now it's down there.
Not quite sure.
A few inches.
3 inches by 2 inches, so it looks like it looks like it would extend your shower by 3 inches.
Right, and I don't know if I really want to do that just to have a speaker. It looks quite goofy.
Well, you must have a shower that's low then, right?
It's perfect. It's what it is. Okay. It's like the perfect height for me. It's just like right there. Okay. I don't know. This is almost something I would want to see in the store and like hold and look at before I made the decision. But the thing is at $45, that is a really good price. That's a price that I would experiment with and just say,
are you on Kickstarter? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Although it looks like it's $60. Sorry. Yeah, $60 for the early bird. And then you can get a drop off for 80.
Some of them, you know what? I think the 49 must have done 49 at kickoff because they got all the money they wanted in the first hour.
Right.
All right, so now it's up to 59. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just
It's okay.
afraid
You don't
that
have
it
to
just
get one.
looks.
You don't have to buy every single thing we talk about.
It just
didn't
kind
buy
of
a
looks a
Tesla.
little goofy. It seems like the perfect product for me. Also, if it had any type of smarts to auto turn on once the water starts moving, right? So I turn on the shower and it turns on and connects to my phone. And then I turn the shower off and it turns off and my phone disconnects. I would actually really love that because it would just kind of add natural steps to my morning routine.
Routine. Okay. Well, maybe it does that. I have no idea. Anyway, so that's something new, and we rarely do Bluetooth speakers, but I thought one that generates and charges its own battery and gets rid of plastic waste was worth
that's a good
talking
one.
about. Yeah, pretty good. So over at Kickstarter, and I have a link. Okay, so something different for the Giz Wiz, and here it is. A very unusual gadget for the Giz Wiz show. No batteries.
What?
No LEDs.
Huh?
No Bluetooth.
Is it even a gadget?
So it's getting very cold in New York City, 40 at night, 50 during the day, and that's just beginning. So I'm looking for ways to keep your house warmer, avoid drafts. And one of the old-fashioned way are those door stops. Okay, let's look over here. So it's things you put under your door. Okay, you can slide them under the door, glue them under your door. They can drag along the door. These are like bean bags for the door. But I was looking for something different and more stick-ons. One of those bean bags you put in once the door is closed. Oh! Wait a minute, the Giraffe door draft stopper. All right. Actually, I didn't see that before. I would have bought it because I already bought the cat lover's door draft stopper, the dog lover's door draft stopper. Okay. Haven't opened them. Let's see. Oh, okay. This seems like a really cute idea. They weigh, I can tell you how much they weigh. Usually they should weigh, I guess, a couple pounds to block. Have to have a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
These
you
are
gotta stop
from
that.
Eve Lots. Save energy and money. Keeps cold air out. This one is in front of a window, okay? And these are really great. So that's the cat. All right. Very, very cute. Just for, I'll weigh the dog before I unwrap it all the way. I should have bent the cat's ears up and straightened his whiskers. He weighs 2 pounds 7 ounces. So it has a little bit of weight to it, which you want. And it feels like there's some beanie stuff in there. Okay. So that's the cat. And then for dog lovers, the Eve Lots. Thankful to have something not in a blister pack. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Magoo says, Charlie's new pals.
Huh?
Charlie probably
Hi.
will. Loves them.
I'm gonna keep drafts out, but unleash me. All right.
That is
and this
quite a
is
yoga pose.
The
It's a
little doggy.
type
Yeah.
of downward dog.
And I guess this is so you can carry him around. I'll turn him that way. So let's see. They're like 18. I guess $20. Okay, the giraffe is $20. And I'm just going to click on the giraffe to see if there's some other characters that I missed. That's what the packaging looks like. I think these are really neat. And I mean, you can just take old bath towels and roll them up, but this is kind of fun. Okay, so the 3-foot giraffe door draft stopper is $20. And down here, I'm going to click on that, and there's also a zebra door stopper, okay? And that's also about $20. And actually, I saw that the dog and the cat are available together for, I think it was $28. So that knocks the price down to like $14 each. So let's see what they look like in front of the door. We'll do the cat. I guess you take the label off when you use it. And then, ta-da. Oh, that's good. It's long enough to block the draft. Okay? That's get a long little kitty. When they say get a long little doggy, you do. You get one that's wider than your door. Okay, that's it. And I don't feel the draft. And then when you go out shopping, dual
scarf.
Purpose. Bye.
That is so funny. I love them. They're adorable.
They're cute, aren't they?
They are. Yeah,
And especially if you could buy the dog and the cat, they're
2 for $24. So
yeah, you get one of each. You get two for 24, but if you want the dog and the cat, I think it's 27. Yeah, there it is, $26.99.
Yeah, it looks like
in front of.
If you, okay, I see. So
if you want two dogs,
cats,
25,
it's 20,
or two cats.
I see.
But if you want the combo,
right? This is a weird.
It is. It's
picker.
Very weird.
This is a weird item picker. This is like, okay, I want one cat, but one, then it's $16. Cat, but two, it's $24. Dog and a cat, it's $27.
$7. Yeah.
They are adorable.
But aren't they great? They're so cute.
Yeah.
And instead of having, I've rolled up towels in front of windows, and they look like rolled up towels in front of windows. But this is kind of whimsical. Yeah.
I like it. That's great. Weather sealing for your doors.
Yeah,
and windows.
Exactly. Good Christmas present for pet lovers. Okay. Moving on to another gadget. Let's take a peek at this.
Here we go.
Okay, what the heck is it? The only person here, Dennis Wonderland. What the heck is it? You know what it is, Chad?
A battery?
Like a body thermometer?
Oh, body thermometer. Okay, that's not bad. It is, ta-da!
Like a cell phone charger?
A hand warmer.
Oh.
All right, I'm doing a thing for ABC on gadgets to keep warm. And I spent hours looking for through hand warmers, and I found one that did hand warming, also could charge devices, and had a flashlight in it. Then I found this one. This has a 20,000 milliamp battery.
Wow.
It does not have a flashlight, but it can charge USB-C.
Oh, that's good.
And micro USB with a regular USB cable. And it is hot, okay? You can click one-side heating, two-side heating. Now, I clicked two-side heating. This is very warm in my hand. Wow. Okay, so we have one of those surface thermometers. We have it read. Oh, don't turn off. Okay, we'll turn it back on. Okay, it's reading 77.5, and now we're going to move it to in front of the hand warmer. 16.0. Let's laugh. See if both sides. Both sides. Oh, wow. It's about the same on both sides, okay? 115 degrees. It's staying about 115, all right? It goes a little above. You know, this thing changes fast. Look at when you move over there, 78 degrees. Move over here, 117.5. All right, so we're at about 117 degrees. To my skin, that feels really warm, and we have this on two sides. So you can change it to one side, and I'll just run through the buttons here for a minute. So right now you see we have heat 1, heat 2, and 78% of the battery left. Also, this is the only hand warmer that had a digital readout, so that's kind of amazing. Also, when you charge something, it reads the voltage out that it's charging at. So this is kind of sophisticated to my mind. All right, so we're going to shut it off totally here. Hold the button down. First click is how much power is left. Then you do 2 clicks, and that does hand warmer one-sided. And then you click it again, give it a second, and now it's heated on both sides. Let's just weigh it because it's the biggest of, let's see what we got here. So it is going to be heavy, all right? It's not that bad. 1 pound, 1 ounce, and I guess 1 1/10 ounces. All right, so in lieu of it not having a built-in flashlight, I thought, wait a minute. Any geek has a million USB flashlights, all right? So let's just see if you can charge and... not charge, yes, if you can charge while it's heating, all right? I'm assuming you can, but we don't know for sure. Okay, there's your answer, all right? So you can have a flashlight, you can have this running, and it's very hard to see, but right now it is on, I suddenly realized.
It switched to the output. It's charging at 2 amps. I don't know why it's charging this at 2 amps. If I pull this out, it looks like it did shut the heat off. All right, so beware of that. If you charge something, it seems like the heat goes off. I paid $38, and today it's $33. All right, and the charging is pretty good. So USB output is 5 volts at 2.1 amps. That's pretty good. Type C out is 5 volts at 3 amps. And the input is 5 volts at 3 amps. So you can charge this via USB-C. And it charges very quickly. I looked through the safety thing. This is kind of funny. Safety precautions. Keep away from high temperature. Okay. Wait a minute. Keep it away from itself. It has the clever name of hand warmer. Although on Amazon they call it Calm Life Portable Hand Warmer, 20,000 milliamp electric camping, long-lasting pocket warmer, large capacity, Type C. We're coming into the winter months, and I think this is a good way to keep warm.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
20,000
Dennis hates cold weather.
You'd say it again?
Especially his hands. So this will be great.
Yeah. And 20,000 milliamp hours is like, it's getting to the maximum of what you want in a normal portable battery.
Yes. Yes.
You obviously go more. I mean, you can go as many as you want, but 20,000 is a ton. And especially if it has a warmer, I'm sure that warmer just chews through the battery.
Oh my God! Yes, yes.
But it says 14 hours of heat. That's pretty good.
Yeah, at low.
Right.
On
one
side,
hand, one side.
Yeah, exactly, one-sided. Someone said, "I'm in the end." Someone said, "If you're in zero, how long does it last?" And someone said, "I'm up in Antarctica and it's 0, and I get 2 hours out of high heat on it." So that would be really cold. But also the thing is, you're not going to need it for too many hours. You're going to need it when you go shopping or need it when you're walking the dog.
Right.
I think it's going to be great for that. And the price it's not much more than a regular battery charger, external battery charger.
Right. That's, I think, the dual purposeness of this is really good. Also, how long does a normal chemical hand warmer work, I wonder?
They last about 3 hours.
Yeah, let me look at that.
Yes, so, and they're, I bought a box of them, but 2 years ago, and the advantage of those is they're small enough to fit in a glove. Yeah, right. There you go. How much are they?
Doesn't really mention there. 2 packs. Let's see if anybody mentions it.
Oh, wait, just go back up. I think you just passed it. Someone said, what temperature do they get to?
40 degrees Celsius.
What is that? Chat room, help us. 40 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit?
What is that in American?
What is that normal people want to hear?
How long do they stay warm? The answer on this is, well,
100?
10 hours? That doesn't seem right. And then the other person says, I found it varies. Sometimes they last 2 to 3. Remember, the Q&A is answered by people who bought this, not by the company themselves. So
my experience is 2 to 3. But you feel the heat. They stay warm a little bit longer than that.
Right. But also being able to recharge it and use it multiple times, that's kind of why you'd be getting this also. Yeah. So that's cool. I like it.
Exactly. That's it.
With that,
we go to the final. Oh, I'm so excited. I love this segment. It's been a good month. Can't wait for scary Christmas gadgets.
Spooky Christmas gadgets. To the corner.
But you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okie dokie. Ooh.
Oh, I like it already.
A crystal skull. I recorded a video about this gadget. So let's check out the video and then I'll talk to you after. Hey Diggity, so here we are with our last spooky Halloween gadget. And we started off the month with a gadget from Hide and Eek, and I didn't want to do the whole month of Hide and Eek products, so I waited till the very last gadget to bring another one back. I saw this in Target. Hide and Eek is a Target brand, and I just absolutely loved it, and I had to buy it. So this is one of those plasma balls, so you can see the skull, obviously, but up in there is one of those electrodes that should send plasma little like hairs out to the edge of the ball, and whenever you touch it with your finger, it should light up. Now, it does have a try me button on the front, but it doesn't do anything. So I guess the batteries died before I was able to find it. Hopefully, otherwise it's just broken. So I'm going to unpackage it from all of the packaging and put some batteries in it, and we'll be right back. The batteries have been installed, and it looks like this. So it has a lot of LEDs around the base, which are really kind of cool. And then, of course, it has the plasma ball at the top, which it does exactly like I was mentioning. You can put your fingers onto it, and these little spindly things come over to meet wherever your finger is. I love this thing. I think it is super adorable. And it's kind of small, so I would say that it's relatively small. I mean, just look at it compared to, like, you know, the rest of me. And, but I feel like it is just such a cool piece. Like, that is just such a neat thing that I don't care that it's a tiny bit on the small side. It just looks awesome. I mean, I just absolutely love it. I was hoping that maybe it would make some sounds, do some type of motion activation, anything like that, but in playing around with it, it doesn't do any of those things. And the other thing that I would want to know is just how well do the batteries work? How long would they last? Considering that the batteries were completely dead when I opened it up, I would assume that this does chew through some batteries, and people in the store, when they were looking at it, just used up all of the batteries for this little guy. Love it, love it, love it, though. So that is the electropathic vessel from Hide and Eek. It did mention on the packaging that if the plasma ball goes out before the LEDs, so if the LEDs keep working and the plasma ball is not, it just means that you need to replace the battery because the plasma ball takes up more power than the LEDs around the base. It cost $15 at Target.
Oh my God, that's so cheap.
A winner. Yep, I agree. Like I probably should have mentioned that earlier, that even though it's small, it only costs $15.
I was gonna guess 30. I was gonna guess $29.99.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. It looks just so cool, and I've never owned one of these little plasma ball things before, and so I just think that it's a really, really cool effect.
Is it, how many double A's is it?
It was four double A's. It
Four. Oh,
did
okay.
require an evil screw to be unscrewed.
Right.
And then obviously I forgot to mention, but you could see it in the videos that the LEDs flicker, sort of like it's like being
Oh, yeah,
power
yeah.
surged or something.
Also,
like
you know, years ago or a year ago, we did those battery eliminators. So for about $9 or $10, you can buy a 4-pack battery eliminator that lets it run on AC.
that. Oh yeah.
And you could just leave that on.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the next
great.
test for me that I haven't had time to do is just to leave it on and see how long it goes, because I like it a lot. Also, on the front, a little bit of detailing. It says the electropathic vessel, and then underneath it says Bone Fingers Spectral Equipment Company, Charleston, South Carolina, which is kind of cool.
They'd make great stuff, hide and eek.
Yeah.
They're just.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool.
And in a darkened room, it would even be
yeah, yeah. I was wondering if I should turn off the lights for the effect, but all this really is that same normal globe, and then
I have
they
one
kind
of
of
those.
just set it inside of the skull like thing. I think it's very cool, very, very cool. So there you go. That is the last of the Halloween gadgets,
And the best.
and it's thank you, and it's been a fun month. This has been a great month of gadgets. The whole outside of my house is decorated, I feel like, in lights. We covered those, last week and the week before, and just been getting all sorts of really cool stuff for the season. So that is the end of Chad's Crappy Corner for this month. If you are a patron, you will get to decide next month's theme. So if you would like to participate in the poll, make sure that you back our Patreon at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. And thank you so much for the people who already support on Patreon. We're going to give you guys another shout out later on in the episode. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
People will think
And it is
that
from Buddy Yates in Palm
that
Springs.
theme is just for Halloween, but we keep it that creepy all year round with the warehouse, don't we?
People often say that is one creepy show. That doesn't have to be October.
No.
Our critics say that year round. So Buddy Yates is reviewing the Amazon Echo Loop, which is Alexa for a finger.
Wow.
Here it is.
Hey Dick, hey Chad, Buddy Yates from Palm Springs. Here's a gadget I bought just to see how bad it is. And, well, actually it does what it needs to do. Whether you need it or not is something you'll have to work out for yourself. I'm talking about the Echo Loop. Are you tired of yelling across the room for the Echo to turn the volume up or change the station or turn the volume down? Alexa, skip. Well, this way you can just go, open the garage door, turn backyard lights off, volume 5. It's a lot cheaper than a smartwatch. What time is it? Pause music. I listen to Amazon Music, so it works very well for me to be able to give instructions through the loop rather than yelling across the room. How do you calculate velocity? I paid $130 for that joke. So, yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, it's not a good-looking ring. It's plastic. It's black. Play the Giz Wiz podcast. If you use Miss A on your phone regularly, then this is just a natural extension of that, because all it is a speaker and a microphone attached to the app you already have on your phone. The Loop has a tiny battery, so you can imagine it doesn't take long to charge, and it doesn't last very long. The sizing kit comes with 4 different sizes of the Loop, and they send you mock-ups. These are non-functional solid plastic mock-ups.
Oh, that's
so you can
how
find
they
the right size. If you're interested in the technical details, there's lots of YouTube reviews on the Echo Loop. It's water resistant, but it's not waterproof. Getting one of these things is by invitation only. For me, it took about 6 months. The Loop comes with a charging stand, a USB cable, no power supply, and some instructions which I didn't open. If you're a user of one of the other home assistant kits, then this probably isn't the right product for you. The Loop has 3 charging pins on the inside, and the charger has 3 pins, and it's located by magnet. If you're heavily invested in the Amazon Echo ecosystem and you have home automation set up, then you might find it convenient to pull out the Ring rather than using your phone. If you're already listening to Amazon Music on a Bluetooth headset, like I am, then this works out pretty nice, because instead of fumbling around for the buttons on the headset or on the phone, you can just use the Loop to tell it skip ahead, pause. It's basically an Amazon Echo for your finger. Thanks, guys.
That is incredible. What a good video, buddy, first off.
I know. I always feel like he must come home exhausted. And he's always changing clothes, and there's always an interesting background. Buddy does such great videos.
Yeah.
He said it's available to the public. It's not available without an invitation. They invited me, so I'm sure they'll invite anyone. So what is it? Oh, I see. You have to click request an invitation.
Right.
I see.
But
Okay.
I can see
wondering.
I can see the appeal. For me specifically, I have given up on Echo. I've just given up on it, and I've switched to Google Home. And so I was just thinking, if Google had this exact product, I'd be intrigued. I would not be buying it for $130, but I would kind of like daydream about it. I'd be like, oh, that would be nice. That would be cool to just be able to have it on me all the time and easily accessible. So I can see the appeal. Also, considering specifically that most people who are into Echo, or people who are into the Amazon ecosystem, there's really no Amazon phone, right? So if you're into the Apple ecosystem or the Google ecosystem, you could buy a Google or Apple phone, and then all of that is kind of at your fingertips because of the fact that it's the phone, right? And so this kind of bridges the gap of that phone gap in a way. I'm just not that invested into the Echo ecosystem.
No, as he said, it's not really great looking. It's sort of someone put a washer on there.
Yeah.
But I did wonder how you knew what size to wear, and that's very clever. They send you a box with the 4 of them, and then I guess you just order it. I'm sure they don't want those plastic rings back. Right. Or you could just get the box and give them to friends, and they can pretend they have one.
You just sit there and act.
You just say, "Oh, Alexa, I mean Echo."
Echo, I need a blank blank. There's so the one thing that I love about these experimental wearables is all the different interactions and all the user interactions. Like when he held it up to his ear, it was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so cool!" Like what an interesting way to be able to easily and quickly hear an answer and not need a gigantic speaker on the device. Like, that is, what an intuitive system. That seems pretty cool. So yeah, I think it's such a cool gadget, but not at that price. And also, for me, not in that ecosystem, but I would definitely be intrigued if there was a Google version of it. The thing is, I definitely have that with Apple already because of my watch, because of my phone. It's just I hate Siri. It doesn't do it. It's the worst assistant out of all of them. Is Apple's?
Oh, you mean it doesn't do what you want? You tell it what you want.
It doesn't. I want it to be more intelligent. The things that I find myself asking Google all the time are too complicated, or require more specific information that Apple and Amazon's ecosystems don't have up-to-date information. Like, what time does this business close? And it might be a business that only opened a month ago, and Apple and Amazon just won't have that in their database yet, where Google will. That happens a lot. And I'm constantly shocked over the things that I can ask from Google that I positively know Amazon and Apple will not understand. Like, I could ask, how long is the flight to New York? And I feel like it would be able to answer me, where I know that Apple and Amazon won't answer me. Google is just so much better at searching the internet. So many of the questions I ask, it says, and it's such a great way to phrase it. It says, suchandsuch.com says, and then it'll read out a section of the article that a human wrote. Sometimes it gets it wrong, but I would say 90% of the time, it's the exact thing that I'm looking for. So yeah, it's very good. Thank you, Buddy Yates. I'm so glad you made that, because that really, that answered a lot of questions.
You'll get the spooky issue of Mad that I don't have here anymore. So, Buddy, if you didn't send me the address, could you just resend it so I don't have to go back through my emails? That'd be great. And it was fun to see that thing. Excellent. It was great. Excellent.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Letters from Mo, and he said, Dick, hi, Dick and Chad. Last week, Dick was making a statement about the lack of daylight coming this Sunday. Sunset in New York City will be 4:58. 4:58.
I hope you like that, normal 9 to 5, where you get off when it's already dark.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
So Mo said, I wondered how Dick would do in Alaska. Daylight depends on where you live. The further north you go, the longer the day. Just north of Fairbanks. What? Just north of Fairbanks. The day is 24 hours long.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
In Fairbanks, it's nearly 22 hours of daylight. 19 and a half hours of daylight hours in Fairbanks, it's 22 hours. In Anchorage, it's 18.2 hours. And less in Juneau. No, I would be happy with it always being daylight till 8 o'clock. Okay, right. I still would like some night. Would you like 20? What's the least here? Would you like 18 hours of daylight?
No, I like the night.
Or do you not even care that it gets dark early?
I do care, and especially now that daylight savings happened?
It's ending this weekend.
So what's been kind of driving me crazy is actually when I wake up. Is I have my alarm set for 7:30, and so over the past months, by that time the sun is already up, and at the moment 7:30 rolls around and the sun is still down, and that gives me no motivation to get out of bed in the morning. If my alarm goes off and the sun is still down, I'm like, it's too early. No matter what the clock says, and so I'm actually prepared. I'm ready for it to get get lighter earlier. Now, at night, I do find it depressing when it becomes night too fast as well. But that doesn't seem to mess with my schedule quite as much as in the morning.
Okay. So that's interesting, Mo. That's too much daylight.
I don't think I would want that much day either, because I specifically remember I told a story a few weeks ago of being in Sweden and it was like 10 p.m. and the sun was still up, and that just throws you off completely. I was blown away, and I was sitting there going like, I can't fall asleep tonight. It's like I'm gonna fall asleep at 5 a.m. Like there's just, and by that time it'll be morning again. The sun will be back out. So yeah, I did not like.
So what
that
time did
either.
it get dark in Sweden?
It was like 10:30, and it was just sunset because of how north it was at the time. I forget what part of the year that was happening. But yeah, and we were at a bar. And I was like, and the sun was going down, and I was like, man, it's a lot earlier than I thought. And then I looked at my watch, and it was 10:30, and I was like, it's actually a lot later than I thought. What is going on?
Wow.
So,
yeah, no, I want more daylight in the city, but not that much.
Yeah. One thing that is not part of the letter, but I did want to mention, we went on a long discussion over Wise camera. And Wise is having I think they're calling it the Wise Week, and they have a new camera, the Wise Cam V3. It's funny because I was kind of mentioning how much I liked that their product seems stable, and now here they are with a brand new product, kind of eating my words here.
Those two cameras were around for a long time.
They were, and so currently the version 2 is the one you can buy. This one is still pre-order. But this will be replacing that $20 camera that we've known for forever. So it's just shipping in November. And so these are some of the new things, is that it has outdoor capabilities because it's waterproofed, and it has a much better night mode where it mentions color night viewing.
Oh, that's good.
So here's the old one, and here's the new one.
Wow!
You can kind of see the difference there. And it's
still going to be $20, right?
Still $20. Still $20. So I'm definitely going. It's time for me to upgrade. Some of mine I left outside, and you're not supposed to do that. And all of their SD card slots have become corroded. Moisture got in there, so it won't write to the SD card anymore. And some of them, I swear that I pointed at the sun, and their sensors are just completely blown. So it is time for me to upgrade now to version 3. So for those of you who like Wise, there's some updated information about Wise Cam.
Imagine you can buy how many cameras you need? 5? It's $100.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. It's so good. And they do fantastic AI tracking with notifications. If I was to purchase my own system and kind of wire it myself, it would technically be more secure. I mean, it would be more secure because you're not uploading data to the cloud. But having that, it wouldn't notify you when it detects a person. It wouldn't notify you. Like, there's ways to do it, but it's too complicated for me. So I'm all on board. Anyway, looking forward to that.
Excellent.
I want to say big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. Thank you so much for your support. I mentioned it earlier, but we just want to say thank you right now to those of you who support us. If you like the Giz Wiz, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. You can also head to gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab, and find a link there. If you don't want to give via Patreon, that's totally understandable. There's a PayPal link on that same page I just described. Gizwiz.tv, click on the Patreon tab. The PayPal link is there. However you give, however you support, thank you. Thank you so much for your support of the Giz Wiz. You guys are awesome. And be looking for the new theme for November coming to the patrons very, very soon. Speaking of GizWiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. We are live right now. The chat room is here. They're fantastic. Thank you so much, chat, for being here. You guys are awesome. Also, big shout out to Beatmaster and Scooter X for moderating the chat. You guys are great.
Yes, they're great.
Thank you, thank you. So if you want to watch, just tune in. Just head to the website, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time, and watch along. Or you can subscribe so that you'll get episodes once they're edited, delivered to you. Or you can just catch all the previous episodes there on the website. Once again, GizWiz.tv. Head on over to GizWiz.biz. That's Dickie D's website. Just change that TV to a biz, and you'll see all the articles that Dickie D has written up about all of the gadgets we covered on the episode. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It? Now, if you're listening to this, it's probably too late for you guys to get in your guesses for the gadget, but there should be
for the October game, the September-October game, but they'll be in time for the November-December game.
And there'll be a new gadget here for you guys, but this is the very last moments, if you're listening live, to get in your guesses for what this gadget is. And this is just obvious to me that it is a Oreo fork. It's a fork specifically for Oreos, and you can see there's an Oreo right there on it. If you think you know what this is, get a guess in, I guess, for the next gadget. 6 Mad Magazines for correct answers. 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and interesting answers. So get a guess in over at GizWiz.biz. This is what you're playing for. Mad Magazine signed by Dickie D himself. I think that about wraps it up for our show. We'll see you next week.
I'll be here.